Hey, good morning, everyone. Can you confirm audible or not? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yesterday's session, what we discussed. Yesterday's session, what we discussed. Just simply, okay, if you learn this course, full stack UI, what is your role in the market? That one we discussed. And another one is like, what is client side technologies? What are server side technologies? Okay. The next DB, as part of our course, which client side technologies we are going to learn, and as part of our course, which server side technology we are going to learn, which database we are going to use as part of our sessions. All these things we covered or not? Now, just real quickly tell me, as part of our course, okay, which technologies we are going to learn is as part of our course. Front end, which one we are going to learn? Back end, which one we are going to learn? Front end. Okay, we are going to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. On top of JavaScript, we are going to learn React. Okay, these are the front end technologies we are going to learn as part of our course. What about back end? What about back end?
Node.js.
We are going to learn Node.js
No.
Express with Express. Okay, this is the one. The next one is like database side. Which one we are going to?
MongoDB.
Okay, now once the application, okay, development is completed, I want to test it, right? Automation testing framework. Testing framework. Which one we are going to learn? Playwright. Playwright. The next one is like functional testing. Functional testing. We are going to learn just with RTL. Just with RTL. The next, the version control. Okay, your code should not maintain in the local. We have to maintain in the cloud. For that, we are going to use Git. Okay, now once application development is completed, testing also done, you have to deploy your code or not in the production. So deployment, okay, which one we are going to use? Just I want to deploy the code in the Vercel. Okay, next GoDaddy. Okay, once deployment is completed, in this world, anyone can see your application or not. Anyone can see your application. Okay, so high level as part of our course, these things we are going to cover. Understood, everyone? Front end technologies, okay, back end technologies, okay, JavaScript, comma React, okay, JavaScript, comma React. Next, database related, automation testing framework, Playwright, functional testing just with RTL, version control is like Git, and deployment purpose we use like Vercel for Node.js and GoDaddy for React. Okay, we are going to deploy. Once deployment is completed, okay, our application can visible for anybody in this world. Okay, na? Up to you, okay, everyone? Okay, then. So the next in React, okay, see HTML, CSS, JavaScript we are going to use in React only. So our main focus is like React. If you are focusing on React means internally you are using what? HTML, CSS, JavaScript or not. If you focus on HTML, you are using only HTML only. CSS means CSS only. JavaScript means JavaScript. But if you use React built on top of all this, right? JavaScript, right? So if you learn React internally, we are using like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So every time just we targeted like React only. Our main target is like React. Means, okay, you learn HTML, you learn CSS, you learn JavaScript also. Okay, so in React, what topics we are going to cover? Okay, which topic where exactly we are going to use that one? Okay, small introduction I want to give. Okay, now let's go. First, why we go for React? If anybody asks the question, what's your answer? Why we go for React? If anybody asks, what's your answer? React
To prepare some templates.
React commander, front-end technology, or client-side technology or not? Client-side technologies are used for what? Client-side technologies in our web application development. Client-side technologies are used for what? Hmm? Client-side technologies are used for what? Come on. In the web application development, client-side technologies are used for what? Very simple, now. Client-side technologies are used for to prepare the templates which are rendered inside the browser. Simply, you can tell, which are rendered inside the browser. In the web application development, we are using like client-side technologies to prepare the templates which are rendered inside the browser. Yes or no? Okay, you can take this. Okay, this is like what? One web application. This template is there, na? This template, how we can create? This template we can create by using client-side technologies rendered inside where? This is my browser only, right? Yes or no? So my React also used for what? React also. Okay, simply we can prepare some templates rendered inside the browser. We can prepare some templates rendered inside the browser. Got my point? So if you want to prepare the templates rendered inside the browser, I said, right? So how to prepare the templates? That is the question or not? In React, how to prepare the templates? That is the question. Understood? If you go to React content, now see here, how to prepare the templates in React. How to prepare the templates in React. So the second concept, whenever you learn that time, yes, I can prepare the templates. Once the template in your hand, we can render inside the browser by using React or not. Yes or no? So which concept you have to learn? This concept you have to learn. So the concept name is like how to prepare the templates. Okay, that one answer is like using components. One concept is there, components. By using components, we can prepare the templates and render inside the browser. Why you go for React? Tell me. Using React, what we can do?
To prepare some templates which is rendered in the browser.
Render inside the browser. Prepare some templates. Template can be anything. Template is nothing but table, one template. Registration form, one template. Anything in the browser, anything in the the content which is rendered inside the browser. Simply I can say like a template. Done. Okay, na? Okay, then. The next one. Take Amazon only. Yesterday one. Take Amazon only. Now, in the Amazon, just I want to search one product. For that, what you need to do? Otherwise, first you have to log in right into Amazon. If you want to log in, you have to give user ID or email. After that, you have to click on the submit button or not. Yes or no. Take Amazon only as like a reference. Now tell me here, this is my login template. This is my login template. By using components, I can create. Whenever you click on the submit button, this user ID or email is like valid or invalid. You have to check it or not. When you have to check? When you have to check? Come on, at the time of clicking on the button or not. So whenever you click on the button, you are going to perform some operation. You are going to perform some operation. But that operation is going to start. You click on the button only or not. So that click on the button is nothing but it's a event. Click event. So not only click, double click, change, keyboard events, mouse events, like this multiple events are there. So which concept you have to learn? Which concept you have to learn? Come on. Which concept you have to learn? How to handle events. Event can be anything. How to handle events in React or not. The next concept is like how to handle events in React or not. See, how to handle React. Instead of React, if you want to use Angular, the questions are what? Why do we go for Angular? Answer is Come on, generalize the things. Answer is Angular also front end only, right? Client side technology only, right? What we can do with the client side technologies? We can prepare the template, render it inside the browser. By using Angular, you have to prepare the templates. In Angular, you have to create the components. Syntax may be different, concept will never change. In future, view is there. Why we go for view? By using view, you have to create what? Templates or not? Templates or not? So, okay, if you learn one technology, remaining all are like same concepts only, but the syntax is like different. Okay, so how to handle events in React, you have to learn. So the next one. See, here I'm not talking about any code, okay, just procedure, process I'm just explaining, okay? Na? Agreed, everyone? Next one, tell me. Whenever you click on the button, what you have to do? Click on the button. What you have to do? Hmm? Whenever you click on the button, whatever you entered the data, that data you have to check, right? Where you have to check? You already registered, right? Your registered details where it is stored in the database or not. So this data you have to check already. It's like a valid data or invalid data. User already registered, not registered. You have to check it or not. So how to check? Very simple. Whenever you enter the data, you have to take the data and check in the database or not. So you have to take the data. So the concept is like what? How to take the data from the input controls or not. If you know this question, okay, simply go to the chat GPT or Gemini or some other. Simply you can ask the question, you can give the prompt, you can get the answer or not. If you don't know okay, how to ask the question, then there is no answer. You don't get any answer or not. So that okay, what you have to do, okay, you should have some clarity. Okay, so the next step is like how to take the data from the input controls. Now it's a text box simply. For example, if you take like Google sign up page, okay, not only text box now, you have, come on, what do you have? You have text box, password field, you have a radio button, you have a checkbox, you have a drop down, you have a file upload, you have a text area. Like this multiple input controls are there or not there? Yes or no? So those input controls, you have to learn how to take the data from the input controls or not. See, the concept is like how to take the data from the input controls, text box, so password, or radio button, checkbox, so text area, file upload, drop down, like these multiples are there. Yes or no? How to take the data from input controls. Done. Next, once you take in the data, okay, how to manage the data usually? Any programming language you can take it. If you want to store the data, how we can store it? By using variables or not. In React, in the component, if you want to store the data or maintain the data, most of the times we are using the variables called as a state variables and props. So see, whatever the data I taken from the text box, I want to maintain the data here, and this data I can send it to the next level. Okay, what is that next level? We'll see that. Up to here, okay, everyone? Now, whenever you click on the button, okay, this data I already taken, I maintain within one variable, state variable, and that variable, I want to give it to the server side application or not. Why? Because I already know the browser is nothing but client side application, directly not able to communicate with the database. Why means answer is, we don't have that future, that's it. We don't have that future. Understood? Okay. Now, once you send the data to the server side application, this is my server application, server app. My server side guy is going to take some other steps. What steps we'll see. Now, my question is how my client application or my browser send a request to the server by using one of the concept called as Ajax. So if you want to communicate with your application, which application, server side application, then you can go with what? Ajax. So you should learn how to handle ajax. See this is the concept you have to learn or not. Yes or no? So once you handle, okay, once you send a request, he is going to give the response or not. So request and response both handled by Ajax. So once you send a request, my server application should implement or not, should develop or not. So the server application we are going to develop by using Node.js with Express. So our concept is like what? You have to, okay, learn Node.js or not. Yes. Once, okay, my node application receives the user ID, that user ID there are not there, you have to check within the database or not. The user registration details stored in the DB. So which database? MongoDB. So you should learn MongoDB database or not. Yes or no? Now, once my request processing is completed and give the response back to whom? Back to my client or not. So once my request got completed, okay, that successfully, that means username and password is correct. Now you navigate to which page? Your home page or not. So routing to another page or not. Further purpose, we have one concept is there, how to handle routing in React or not, from login to which page you need to route? Which page you need to route? Log into, come on, log into home page. If the username and password is correct, okay, you have to route from login page to home page or not. For that, we are going to learn like, okay, how to handle routing. For example, if the username and password is like wrong, then the time you have to render some content. Okay, please check entered user ID or password, something like this. You have to bind it or not. Based on some condition, I want to render some details. If the condition is like username password wrong, I want to show something. So conditional rendering, we can see. Understood, everyone? My application, okay, whatever the user, okay, login form or any other form, just I want to make it like responsive is nothing but fit for any resolution. Means whenever I open the application in the browser, okay, it should be browser view. So for example, it is like browser view. Now if you come here, simply if you come to this, here, just open the web application in the browser view. So this is the browser view. Now, if you go with the mobile, now see how it is looks like. Okay, the mobile view. Okay, just you can take something like this. Now see, okay, this is our mobile view or not. This is our mobile view or not. Yes or no? It should be fit for any resolution or not. Yes or no? It should be fit for any resolution or not. Got my point? So for that purpose, okay, we are going to learn some CSS frameworks like Bootstrap. Now see here, integrate with Bootstrap, React Bootstrap, Material UI Design. These all are like, we can use it. We have some predefined components or their stylings or there, we can use it. The next one is like, if you want to make application look and feel, we need to apply some CSS. So that CSS related stuff also, we are going to learn. Once my application development functionality is done, okay, I want to test functionality. So you can go with just with RTL. Now application functionality and everything is good. Now I have to do one more test, one more round of testing. Okay, like a QE engineer. So for that, we are going to use like the automation testing framework, Playwright. Automation testing framework, Playwright. Understood, everyone? Okay, so one full-fledged application, one full-fledged form, end to end, if you want to develop these many concepts, you have to learn. Understood? Now you got some idea. Some extra concepts are there. Okay, those are like React features. Those features also we are going to discuss. You got some idea now, everyone? Okay. Okay then. So now you can go with our first concept is like, okay, in the front end, HTML. So why we go for HTML? One line answer is what? Okay, these are like front end technologies, like, right? Okay, why we go for HTML? If anybody asks, what's your answer? HTML stands for what? Hypertext markup language. Okay, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Now see, this is the which kind of language? It's a markup language or not? Hypertext markup language. It's a markup language. Now, programming languages are there and markup languages are there, right? What is the difference between programming language and a markup language? That is the question. The main difference is what? What is the difference between programming language and a markup language? Okay, very simple. Take one programming language like Java, Just I'm talking about the procedure, okay? Like Java. Take one markup language like HTML. Okay, my programming language I taken like Java, and my markup language is like HTML. My requirement is like using Java, using HTML. Just my first program, hello world, I want to develop. Hello world. Okay, hello world program I want to write by using Java, by using HTML. Let's start with Java. Let's start with Java. If you don't have an idea, in BTech you learn like C, na? C, you can take it. C is like a one programming language. If you want to go with this C language, what you need to do first? You need to create one file whose extension is like C. Yes or no? First step. Agreed? The same thing if you want to do with HTML. My file is like what? Extension with my file extension with what? Come on, my file extension
HTML.
HTML. Yeah, HTML. Now in the C, you are going to write some code, source code. You can write it. How many lines? 2 lines, 3 lines, 5 lines, 10 lines. Like this, you can write some source code. Yes or no? You can write some source code. Got my point? Yes. Okay, here also in the HTML also you can write some source code that is based on your requirement. That is how many lines of code you can write it. So you created one file, extension is like C. You written some code related to hello world program. You created one HTML, you written some code, okay, to create HTML hello world template. So the next step, once you created, okay, once you written the source code, the next step is what you know. Can anyone guess? If it is like a programming language, compilation. This is the step. This terminology wise you can remember. Compilation is nothing but what you know. C language introduced by some X person. Introduced by some X person. Whenever they introduced, they are going to give some guidelines. Means rules. You have to follow the rules whenever you use like a C. Whenever you not follow the rules, then the time you can get like what? Which errors? Compile time errors you can get it. That means, okay, rules you not follow. Guidelines if you not follow, then the time you can get like a compile time errors. Whenever the compile time errors are there, there is no other option. You have to fix it. Okay, my compile time errors count should be 0. To run the application, compile time errors count should be 0. Once my compile time errors is like 0, now you can run your program, okay, run your program, and you can see the output, okay, hello world or not. This is the procedure for programming languages. So take the editor, create the file with the extension C, Java, CPP, or whatever it may be, write your code and do compilation. Check compile time errors 0 or not. If not 0, fix it and then run the program and see the output. This is the procedure for programming languages. If you come to the markup language like HTML, here also create your file. Here also write your source code. After that, what is the step for programming languages? Come on, compilation, and then run the program, and then you can see the output. You can see the output. But here in this particular HTML, okay, in this particular markup language, one step is not there. What is that step? Compilation is not there. For markup languages, there has no compilation. For markup language, what? There has no compilation. Understood, everyone? Okay, now what is the main difference between programming language and markup language? If anybody asks, very simple answer. Programming languages having a compilation, markup language is not having the compilation. Whatever you written the code, that is right or wrong, you followed guidelines or not followed guidelines, whatever it may be, directly it run the program and they can see the output or not. That is the main difference between programming language and markup language. So now we are going to talk something about one of the markup language, HTML. Now HTML stands for hypertext markup language. For what purpose we are going to use HTML means very simple. By using HTML, we can prepare some content or templates. Okay, let's see some content or some templates. Okay, render inside the browser. Now you can ask a question. Hey, you said like for React also same answer, HTML also same answer. Yes, my React is a global. These all are come under React only or not. Individually, HTML used for what? To prepare the templates rendered inside the browser. Understood? So can we write one simple hello world program? Can you render that content inside the browser? Shall we do it? Okay, for that, what steps you need to follow? You have to create one file whose extension is like what? HTML, and write the source code. Compilation is not there, so that no need to follow the guidelines. Whatever you want, you can write it simply, and you can run the program and see the output or not. Let's start. So let me create one workspace folder for us. Okay, this is our workspace folder. Let me open this workspace folder. Okay, where you want me to open? For that, can you do one thing from your end? Can you install, okay, one of the editor to write our program? Even you can use Notepad also, but I don't want to go with the Notepad. One of the editor, Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. This is the editor. This is the editor you can install in your machine. It's a open source editor. You can use this one. Nowadays, people are using frequently for Python. Okay, at the same time, UI related also. So let's go to Google, download Visual Studio Code editor. The first one is like this. Okay, this is the one you can download to write our program. It's an editor. So I already installed. So the icon is this one. So this is the editor I already installed. I use it for front end. I use it for Python also. For Java, we have a separate editors like Eclipse, IntelliJ. But front end and Python, most of the people go with VS Code editor. So I already installed. Let me open our workspace folder. So how you can open the workspace folder? Go to File, and here open folder is there. Just you can open that folder. Which folder you want to open? Which folder you want to open? VTS trainings. Here full stack UI React weekend. Okay, just you can open that folder. Done. Just you can open that folder. Understood? Yes. Today our program is like related to HTML, right? Yes or no? So that let me create some subfolders here. Okay. See, in our VS Code only, if you go to, there is multiple sections over there. Are you able to see these multiple sections? There has multiple sections over there. Now see, usually 3 sections are there. First section icons you have. Second section is like your workspace folder. The third section, actually we are going to write our code. In the second section, if you put the cursor, see, these all are like visible or not. See, if we come out, those are not visible. If you go into, these icons are visible or not. Yes or no? Click on this icon. See, the folder is the tooltip, new file. Put the cursor, new folder, refresh. Okay, click on this particular new folder icon. I want to write one folder called as a HTML. Okay, the next one. Can I create one more folder? For what purpose? What we are going to learn as part of our course? We are going to learn CSS also or not? After that, what we are going to learn? Come on, as part of our course, JavaScript. After that, what we are going to learn as part of our course? Tell me, React. After that, what we are going to learn? Come on, Node.js or not? These are the things, okay, high level we are going to learn. So let's come to the HTML. Hello world program I want to write, right? So I want to create one file whose extension is what? I want to create one file whose extension is what? HTML. So let's go to HTML. Okay, now click on the first one. See, put the cursor on the first one, new file. So can I click on the new file? Now see, there has one editable mode, one text box kind of template is visible. So here you can write your file name, any name you can write, any name you can write, no problem. The extension is like what? HTML is my extension, done. HTML is my extension, done. The first step you completed or not? See, HTML. Okay, you created like one file whose extension is like HTML, done. What is the next one? You have to write some source code, right? You have to write some source code. What is that code? Okay, here any code you can write. Okay, based on my requirement, hello, okay, world. Simply I written like normal text, just normal text, hello world I written. Okay, what is the next step? Compilation there or not there for markup languages? Compilation is there or not there for markup
Not
language?
there.
Not there, right? Okay, compilation not there means rules are not checking. Rules are not checking means you are following or not following. No one is there to check, right? So that however you write, whether you follow the rules, that is well and good. If you not follow also, no one is there to tell. So that you followed or not followed, that is up to you. Next one is like you have to run the program or not. Yes or no? So can I run the program? If you run the program, now see in the HTML only folder, okay, here I created like hello file. Now, if you observe here, this document is, okay, this particular file is a HTML whose type is like what? Chrome HTML document. Why is it like Chrome? Why not Edge? Why not something? Why? Because in my mission, the Chrome is the default browser. That the reason it's showing like Chrome HTML document. So this is my file name and the icon is like my default browser icon or not. Icon is like my default browser icon. Now, whenever you do run, just do double click on it. Double click on it. Whenever you do the double click, now see, it is automatically open in the browser and you can see the content, some template or not, which is rendered inside the browser. Yes or no? One simple hello world program is done or not by using HTML. Simple thing. Agreed, everyone? Okay, up to here, one step. Now the next thing is like you have to explore it. Okay, up to here, nothing is there. Okay, now you have to explore this one. Up to here, okay, everyone? So for good. Now, did you follow the guidelines or not? Did you follow the guidelines or not? Okay.
No.
No. All right. Okay. Whether you follow or not follow, no one is there to check, na? No one is there to check. But you said like, hey man, if no one is there, that's okay. but tell me the guidelines. Okay, I am ready to follow. Okay, tell me the guidelines. I am ready to follow. Some people are there, right? If there is no one is there to check also, we are going to follow our rules and everything or not? Yes or no? Same like that. Okay, some of the people said like, hey, if no one is there to check, compilation is not there, that's okay. Okay, but as a better programmer, just you can, okay, write or follow the rules, okay, guidelines and all these things or not. So what are the guidelines? What I need to follow means, okay, this is not like big, okay, it's simple guidelines only you can follow. Okay, so the thing is like, first, whenever you open the browser, okay, like this, there has some content loaded. Just do right click on the browser. Now onwards, just explore it. Okay, do right click on the browser. Now see, there is multiple options are there. Are you able to see multiple options? Yes, no. Last option, can you spell out? What is that? Inspect. Can I click on the inspect? Whenever I do inspect, now see, there has one window opened or not. See, I'm going to close it. Again, I'm going to open. See, one window opened or not. Yes or no? Are you able to see that? See, this is the window. Previous, see, this much big space is there for my content. Now, if you do right click and inspect, there has one more window opened or not. Yes or no? This window, first of all, okay, this window we can call like a developer console window. This window called like a, what is that? Program, okay, terminology is what we can say. This window called as a, come on, this window called as a developer console window. How we can open the developer console window? Right click and do inspect. Right click and do inspect. Okay, na? Okay. Developer console window opened. In the developer console window, what you observed, just let me know. What you observed, just let me know. What you observed. Can anyone? What you observed? In the developer console window, what you observed? That is my question.
We have the HTML structure.
HTML structure, okay. Next.
Styling is there on the right side.
Yeah, styling is there on the right side. That's okay. Yeah. Here, I can see in the developer console window, multiple tabs right here. Yes, no? First, see? Yes, no? There are so many tabs over there. Okay, now as a UI developer or as a front-end developer or a full stack UI engineer or a marin stack engineer, you should know about each and every tab, mainly first to five tabs. Can you spell out first to five tabs? First to five tabs. Okay, this tabs order is not a matter. I can change the order, see, by drag and dropping. Okay, see, this order is not a matter, but first to five tabs is required for us as a UI engineer. What are those? Elements tab. Next, console tab. Next, come on, application tab. Next, network. Next,
Performance.
source. These five tabs are very important for me. These performance memory, when we require, I will tell. But development wise, these five tabs playing like a big role for us. Okay, now each and every tab we are going to discuss. These five tabs, every tab we are going to discuss. Don't worry about that one. First, today my focus is like an elements tab. Today my focus is a elements tab. Now, in the elements tab, if you observe, here two sections are there. Are you able to see? Yes, no? Yes or no? Left side one section is there, right side one section is there. Two sections are there. And one more thing, developer console window opened in the bottom right to my browser. Yes or no? Is it open always bottom? Not like that. You can dock any side. Any side means you can dock bottom, you can dock left, you can dock right, top not. Okay, three positions you can dock it. See, how we can dock, how we can change the position means in the developer console window, in the tabs row, in the last but one, there has one dot 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 in the line. See, dot 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 we have, right, vertical. See, click on that one. Click on that. The first option, can you read it? What is that? First option, dock side. How many icons are there? Three icons are there. Which icon is like highlighted? Third icon is like highlighted. That means third icon, if you observe, three icons, if you observe, each and every icon, two sections are there. One is like something like okay, space is like high. Okay, space is like, see here, this one and this one, if you observe, okay, compare with this one, the first one, space is like more or not? Yes or no? Two sections are there. Okay, small space, something like big space, like that. Okay, here also big one, small one, big one, small one. Okay, here big one. Okay, it is something like different, but these three you can focus it. Here, big one, small one, big one, small one is there, right? The space wise. So the huge space area is there, right? That one is represents your actual browser. The small one is there, na? This space. Okay, that one you can say like a your developer console window. Now tell me, third icon highlighted. Okay, here my small space. Okay, this one less space, this section is there, na? This section in the bottom or not? So my developer console window is in the bottom, like that you can understand. Now whenever you click on this one, okay, the less space is what? Developer console window. More space is your browser. If you click on the second fourth one, now my less space in the right side means developer console window dock in the right side. Now see, developer console window docked in the right side or not? Yes or no? Developer console window docked in the right side. Okay, see here, here, here. Developer console window docked in the right side. The next one, those three dots only, three dots only. If you click on the second one, less space in the left side. So my developer console window in the left side or not? The right side, my actual browser. First one, if you observe, left to right to bottom, okay. The first one, if you click on this one, my developer console window, take it out or not? Yes or no? My developer console window, take it out or not? Agreed? All okay? Tell me. Agreed with me? How to dock? Okay, now
Yes.
based on the requirement, if you want outside, you want left, right, bottom, you decide. But my thing is like, okay, I preferred, okay, your wish, okay, I prefer like bottom. So less space in the bottom means my developer console window in the bottom it's opened or not? My developer console window opened in the bottom or not? Agreed? On my developer console window opened in the bottom. Okay, okay then. Now in the elements tab, if you observe, in the elements tab, if you observe, see, whatever you written the code, whatever you written the code, that code is placed in the elements tab or not? Your observation, yes or no? Tell me. Whatever you written the code, that code is placed in the elements tab or not? In your HTML, whatever you written, okay, that code is placed in the which one? Which tab? Come on, which area? Elements tab or not? Now you can ask a question. Hey, in the browser also it is showing, right? In the browser also it is showing like this, right? Yes or no? So this is this one and this one both are like same, right? So why you said like elements tab only? Why not in the browser? Okay, here the content you written something like this, right? So I'm not able to differentiate. Now what I'm going to do is simply, okay, some extra thing I am going to add. What is that one? See, just some extra thing I'm going to add it. Now you have a clean separation. See, observe here, whatever you written, See, whatever you written, what you written, h3 something, h3, whatever you written in the HTML, directly that is placed in the elements tab. Okay, but here it is not like directly h3 rendered, right? Now you can differentiate or not? Yes or no? Now you are able to differentiate or not? Okay, here h3 is missing, content is okay, but h3 is missing or not? But here h3 is there, content is there, h3 closing is there. Now this particular line, what we can say, whatever you written in your HTML file, okay, that is one line or two lines or three lines are not a matter. Whatever you written, how many lines you written, that total code, the total source code placed in the elements tab or not? Yes or no? First point, in the HTML, whatever you written the code, that is one line, 100 lines, 1000 lines, it's not a matter. Those lines of code placed in the elements tab or not? Yes or no? In the elements tab. Yes, this is only the proof, right? In the elements tab, in which section? See here, there has something different architecture, different okay, structure is there, right? What is this structure means? This is your HTML actual rules to guidelines, I said, right? This is our actual structure. HTML, okay, see, there has some less than or HTML greater than or less than or greater than, something like this we have, right? Okay, don't say like less than, greater than. Okay, we can say those are like terminology wise elements or tags, we can say. Okay, elements or tags. So my thing is like, whatever you written the source code, it is always recommended, the guideline I'm telling, whatever you written the content, it is always recommended to place or enclosed with one element, enclosed with one element. Now you can ask, hey man, you said like an element, tell me some elements. Yes, that is only our next level discussion. Now I placed it like h3. H3 is like one of the element in HTML. So now onwards, whatever you written the source code, don't write it directly. Okay, if you write like directly also, no problem. Yes, it is going to render. Why? Because compilation is not there. But I always recommended to keep your content inside where? Inside one element. How the element is looks like? Less than, your element greater than, less than, element greater than. After that you can write the content. After that again you have to write the same, but you have to place like a slash, is nothing but, okay, open element and closing element. Now okay, you can say open tag, closing tag. Open tag, how it looks like? Less than your tag name and greater than. Closing tag, how it looks like? Okay, less than slash your tag name greater than. Okay, here tag names tell me h1. Okay, that is the open tag. Okay, closing h1, this is the closing tag. This is my tag name or not? In between, what do you want me to place? Your content. Your content, hello world, something else, whatever it may be, that content you have to place it. So if you come here, if I refresh the page, save this one. Now see, my hello world is like rendered, or my hello world is like rendered or not? Yes or no? So my question is, can anyone tell me why we go for elements tab? What my elements tab contains means very simple. Whatever you written, the source code in the HTML, that source code directly plays in the elements tab or not? Yes. In the elements tab, which section? See, there has one hierarchy, default hierarchy is there for every HTML page. If you not write any element, my browser by default plays how many elements? See, my browser by default placed how many elements? Can you spell out? I didn't
Three
click
elements.
anything. Okay, by default, my browser placed how many elements? 3 elements. Can you spell out the elements? HTML, head, body HTML. HTML open here, closing here, head open, closed, body open, closed. How it is looks like? It's like a hierarchy based. Is nothing but parent and children hierarchy followed or not by default. So head to body inside the HTML means we are okay, like okay, my head and body inside is nothing but top level my HTML. Head to body inside the HTML means head to body, I can say like a children's to my HTML. My HTML is like a root element or a parent element for all the HTML elements or not. Now, by default elements in HTML, how many? 3 elements. What are those? HTML, head, body. Now, whenever you written H1 something like this, H1 something like this. Now, see this. If you write something like this, can I refresh the page? Now, see your code, source code, where it is going to place, in which element it is placed. Come on, whatever you written the source code, that code my browser placed in which element?
Body.
Body element or not. Perfect. Okay, this is one thing. The next one is like I'm going to write one more element. Okay, my page. Okay, total how many elements are there? Total how many elements are there? Two elements are there. My browser plays how many elements default? Three elements. When my browser places the default elements means those three elements not there. HTML add to body you not written, so no problem at all. So my browser placed those three elements. But now my H1 only placed in the body, my title placed in the head or not? How? How it is placed? Am I mentioned? Am I tell to my browser, hey browser, place the title in the head. Okay, place the place the H1 is like a body. Am I mentioned anywhere? Come on, am I mentioned anywhere? Am I tell to my browser
No,
here? No, right?
no.
Right. But my browser knows which element you have to place in the head tag, which element you have to place in the body tag. My browser knows that one. So that my browser places the title in the head and my H1 placed in the body or not. Now, which content, which element content is visible to the end user? Head content or body content by seeing this one. Which source code rendered inside the browser? Body source code of body elements, body inside some elements is there na, that code is like rendered. Head elements is going to render inside the browser visible to the end user. My body source code is like rendered or not? Yes or no? So finally one statement you can say, whatever my body has the source code, that source code only rendered inside the browser and visible to the end user or not? Not head. Why not head? We have a separate discussion. Okay, step by step you can come to know. So one statement you have to tell about the body. What is that? My body has some source code, some elements, some tags. Okay, that particular source code content only rendered inside the browser or not? My body has some source code, that source code related content only rendered inside the browser or not? Not only my program, now you can go here. Okay, open okay, developer console window in the Visual Studio Code. Now see in the elements tab, only focus on elements tab. Now observe here, head HTML, head to body. If my body is not there, now see everything is gone or not? That means whatever body you have, that is only visible to the end user. Body not there, so nothing is visible to the end user or not? Yes or no? You can go to, okay, the next one is like Google. You can go to the Google. Now this much content is like rendered inside the browser. This much content is like rendered inside the browser. So inspect it. This much content is like rendered inside the browser. So what is this? Inspect it. This much content is rendered inside the browser or not? so that this content related source code where we can see in the body tag or not. So if I delete the body, see, nothing is gone, nothing is visible, everything is like gone or not. So tell something about body element. Default elements in HTML is what? Default elements in HTML or default elements or what? Default elements in HTML or HTML
HTML head and a body.
body or not? Header body. If you not write, browser is going to place. If you write, your tags only is going to take. But minimum tags you can see in the web page is like HTML header body. Yes or no? So tell me something about the body. In the body, whatever the source code, okay, you have that source code content, okay, the source code related content, the source code is going to render inside the browser or not. My body has source code, that source code only rendered inside the browser or not? Yes or no? That source code only rendered inside the browser. Do Control Z. Now my body is there. My body has this much source code that is only rendered and visible to the browser, okay, visible to the end user or not. If the body is not there, that means body is not there. Okay, source code is not there. Nothing is rendered inside the browser or not. Got my point? Agreed, everyone? Come on. Up to here, okay or not? Whatever the source code you written, that source code is going to place inside which element? Which element? Okay, head element, body element, both. Okay, I written like here, see, here I written title and h1. These are my source code elements. Those are not directly placed inside only body. My title placed where? My title placed where? In the head tag. My body contains what? H1. My H1 placed where? Body tag. Tell me something about the body. In the body, whatever the source code is there, that code only rendered inside the browser or not? Yes or no? Which source code is there? Hello world. That code only rendered here or not? That code only rendered inside this browser or not? Agreed? Come on. Agreed with me about the body? So HTML is like a root element, contains two children's, header, body. Whatever you have the body, whatever the source code you have the body, that is only rendered inside the browser, visible to the end user or not. End user is nothing but who opened the browser. That guy is like a end user. Whatever my body has, the source code, that source code related content only rendered inside the browser. Got my point? All are okay? Come on. Rajesh, up to here, okay?
Yes.
Adiba, Adiba Sayed, are you able to hear me? You can respond in short at least. Okay, okay then. Now, what you need to learn, next level step, what you need to learn. Okay, so far, how many elements you learn? How many elements you know so far? So far, how many elements you know? So far, how many elements you know? Come on, only HTML, head, okay, body,
Body.
default elements, and the title and H1 like this. But in HTML, there is multiple elements are there. No need to remember all the elements, but few elements, minimum elements you should know. Now, there is multiple elements are there. In HTML, there is multiple elements are there. These elements, we can categorize it like two types. One is like inline elements. Another one is like block level block level elements. One is like what? Inline elements. Another one is like what? Block level elements. Got my point? One is like inline, another one is like block level elements. So which elements we can say like inline, which elements you can say like a block level. Okay, how we can see, how we can define, or how we can tell this element is like inline, this element is like a block level, that is our next level understanding. Okay, so first of all you should have some elements. Based on that one I can differentiate which are like inline, which are like block level. So that let me write some elements. No need to remember all. Okay, just I want to write like okay 6 or 7 elements. Okay, no need to remember each and every element. Okay, just minimum elements you should know. Okay, can I write like some elements? First element is like I written like div. Okay, the second element is like just I written like span. Okay, see why I'm using like all elements like such in, there is a reason is there, I will show you, I will tell you later. Okay, h1 element is there, next one is like para element is there. Okay, na? The next one is like italic is there, the next one is like bold is there, bold is there. Okay, the next one is like, tell me some elements, div, para, span. Okay, h3 is there, such in. Okay, simple elements all I'm taking. Okay, na? So total how many? 7 elements are there. That's okay, fine for me. Among these 7 elements, which are like inline, which are like block level, I want to find out. Which are like inline, which are like block level, I want to find out. Okay, now. So all elements, these 7 elements have the same content or not? Yes or no? What is the content? Such an only. So let's go and refresh the page. Yes. Now, whatever the content is visible, that content source code where we can see body, reverse. Whatever my body has the source code, that source code only rendered inside the browser or not, vice versa. Whatever the content, that content related source code in the body, whatever my body has the source code, that code only rendered inside the browser. That code, that source code only rendered inside the browser or not? Yes or no? Up to here, okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Up to here, okay, everyone? Okay, then. Now, tell me, which element is block level, which element is inline, right? That is our goal, right? So, total there has 3, okay, 4, 7 elements are there. Okay. HTML by default is like a hierarchy based approach, right? Already told, na? Okay, tell me, in the hierarchy, who is the root element? HTML. How many children are there to my HTML? At the body. There are 2
Body.
children are there. If you open the body, okay, my body has how many children? 7 children. Our goal is like these 7 only, which are like inline, which are like block level, I want to know. So let's find it out. My body has how many elements? Step by step, tell me. My body has how many elements? Just div. My body has div, next span, next h1, next para, I, b, and h3. These are the elements are there. Perfect. Now, see how to find it. Inline a block level, I'm going to tell. Can I put the cursor on the body? Okay, can I put the cursor on the div? Okay, now see, whenever I put the cursor on my div, it is showing like what? It is showing like what? Okay, whenever I put the cursor on the body, first let's go with the body. See, my body highlighted, right? That means you activated that element. Whenever I put the cursor on my body, see in the body here, you can see the tooltip. Okay, first 1248207. What is this 1248207? 1248 is my width, 207 is my height. Width only considered, height don't. Width you can write somewhere 1248. So my body width is like 1248. Perfect. 1248. Next element, can I go? Div. What is the width? Only width. 1 to 48. My div width is like 1 to 48. Yes. The next one is what? Span. How much? 43. Span is like 43. The next one is what? H1. See, highlighted 1 to 48. Are you able to see all or? Yes or no? Next one is what? Para. What is the width? Come on.
1
Para
to
width is
48.
how much? 1 to 48 only, na? 1 to 48. The next one is like what? Italic. How much? 43. 43. Next one is what? Bold. 46. The next one is what? H3. 1 to 48. Yes. 1 to 48. These are the 7 elements. Whose parent is what? Whose parent is what?
Body.
Body or not? Among these 7 elements, which elements take the parent width equal to parent width? Which elements are taking equal to parent width? Which elements taken?
H1 and P.
Div
H3.
H1, para, H3 or not? It takes the parent width. Which elements take only content? Exactly. See, Sachin. Okay, see, highlighted one. 6 characters. Exactly that much width only taken or not? I. Exactly that much width only taken or not? How much required? B. Exactly that much width only taken or not? So, my definition is the elements which take parent width as its own width, those elements I can say like a block level. The elements which take only content width, not parent width, only content, 6 characters width only it's taken. The element which take content width as its own width, that kind of elements I can say like a inline elements. Now tell me, which are like inline elements? Which are like inline elements? Tell me.
Span I.
Okay, span I, B. These are come under inline or not. Which are like block level elements, which take the parent width as its own width. Which are like block level elements. Come on, div, H1, para, H3. Okay, these only not. Okay, any element which takes the parent width, we can say like that is like a block level, considered like a block level. By default, my div H1 para H3 is like a block level. Okay, by default, my span I, B are like a inline elements or not. Understood? Now define what is inline element. The element which take the content width as its own width. That kind of elements we can say like a inline. Tell me some inline elements. Span, I, B. These are the inline elements. The element which take the parent width as its own width. The element which take the parent width as its own width. Okay, that kind of elements what we can say. That kind of elements we can say like a block level elements or not. Yes or no? Tell me some block level elements. What do you know? Come on. Div, next H1, the next para and H3. These all are come under block level elements or not. Understood, everyone? Come on, tell me. Rajesh, are you able to?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. So one question they are going to ask in HTML. Okay, hey, which elements are like inline? What is inline element? What is block level element? Tell me some inline elements. Tell me some block level elements. The next one is like, okay, can I convert inline to block level? Block level to inline. That is our next level discussion. We'll see that. Okay. So far, can you prepare your own notes for this? Okay. First question is like client side technologies versus server side technologies, just in your own words. The next one is like, okay, what is web application? What is web application? Okay, the next one is like, why we go for React. Okay, the next one is like, why we go for HTML. What we discussed, just I am writing. Okay, next, tell me something about developer console window. Developer console window. We not completely discussed. Okay, we'll see that. Developer console window. Okay, how to open all. The next one, what we discussed today. The next one is what? Programming language versus markup language. Next, come on. What are the default elements in HTML? What are the default elements in HTML? Next, come on.
Inline and block level.
What is inline? Inline versus block level elements. Block level elements. Inline versus block level. Tell me something about head versus body. Head versus body. My head contains what? Body contains what? Head versus body. You can tell. Okay. How to create? How to render hello world. How to render hello world in the browser. Hello world in the browser. Okay. So these are the questions. Just you can take a pic, try to write the answers. Okay. Our lab coordinates, okay, Shakar or Tirumala will help you. Okay. Just try from your end. Okay. Na? Yesterday we discussed about our learning websites, right? Okay, now today what you can do is just go to uijavakit.com, our website. You can go to this website. Okay, let's go to HTML. Let's go to HTML. Complete this one. Okay, first two parts you can complete. Introduction, inline versus block level. Okay, inline versus block level. The next one is like go to write test website. Go to write test website. Okay, create, register here, click on the login. Now go to write test. Try to write the HTML test. Try to write the HTML test. Okay, there has 20 questions. Okay, 300 seconds, just you can complete it. Okay, is HTML element is inline? Is HTML element is inline?
No, sir.
No.
Block.
No.
Block. To allow only numbers in the text box, what you can do. Below which tags we use it like load external URLs. You don't know, okay, just leave it. At the time of HTML, okay, completed, you can get all these things. Don't worry about that one. Which we can write, just try to read the question properly. Try to read that question properly. Understood or not? The next one, what we covered today. Okay, which topics we used to complete one end-to-end application or not. Okay, this application, okay, to complete this particular flow in React, which topics you have to learn. Okay, React topics you can walk through. Okay, React to topics. Okay, topic, the purpose. Okay, I'm not asking about the code or something. Purpose, simply purpose. Okay, React topic is like components is there. Components. What is the purpose of that component? To prepare the templates. Yes or no? Like that I want. React topics, the purpose of each and every topic. Purpose. Okay. You know the content, right? You can go to our website. Go to VTS School website. And here you can go to courses. Okay, schedule. Okay, you can go to the schedule, but you may not see. Okay, sometimes if the time is like expired, okay, you can go to the view content. Okay, here you can see, okay, the React, each and every topic purpose I want. Okay, in your own words, just think about the purpose. If you don't know, then that just leave it. Okay, I will tell you. Okay, whatever we discussed, that one at least you can revise. Okay, na? Up to here, okay, everyone? Okay, so we are going to add you to the group. Okay, so we are going to give where we can start the assignments from tomorrow onwards. Okay, na? Any questions, anyone? Okay, understood, right? Your assignments. Okay, this week. Okay, uijavakit.com, you have to go and write test.in. Okay, the next one is see the content in the VTS School.com. Okay, then for now I'm going to stop. Okay, next week, next Saturday, we can connect. Meanwhile, you can work on the assignments.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, then thank you guys. And one more
Thank
thing. Okay, you already registered, right, to get the videos? Rajesh, you registered or not?
Not yet, sir. Today I will register.
Yeah, just register. Okay, what you have to do, everyone knows, right? If you don't know, just simply go here. Go to the schedule. We have the course, full stack UI. First do enroll. You can fill your details properly. Full name, email, phone number. Okay, once it is done, go to login. Here, register. Username and password you can create. How you can create? Your name you can put it. Your name, any name you can put. Email. Give the proper email. Give the correct phone number. Passcode. Any number you can give. 4 digits. Okay, why? Because in future we are going to use this code for login. Login with email, login with phone number, login with the key also. So once you register, go to the login with phone number. Yes, simply give the phone number, you can get the OTP. That is simple for us. Sometimes if not work, you can go with the email. If it is not work, sometimes go with the login key. Login key means your name, VTS School, right? 4 characters you can put it first. Name of 4 characters. Just click on the next. Okay, once it is done, here you have to place like, here you have to place your key. Whatever the key is there, you registered with the key na, that key you can place it. So once it is done, then the time it is navigate to your users tab. Okay, once it is like users tab. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay, let's go with login with OTP only. So the OTP is like 9299 9299. Now just log in. Once you log in, now see the users tab. You can see in the users tab, you can see your enrolled courses. Okay, you enrolled for one course, okay, multiple courses, your wish. Once you logged in, you can see all the enrolled courses. In the enrolled courses, if you observe, okay, video section is there now see here the videos day 1. Okay, this is the day 1 video. Okay, previous. Okay, this is the day 2. This is the day 2 video, and today's day 3 video I'm going to add here. Okay, day 3 video I'm going to add here. Okay, na?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, then. Okay, just you can follow this procedure. If not, just you can drop okay, our WhatsApp group is there na, just you can drop the message. Okay, then thank you guys, thanks for joining.